everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be on how I contour and highlight with my dear palette from Kat Von D. This is the Shade and Light palette. That's just what I want to call it. And anyway, so I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of a background on this palette. I have been trying to find this palette for the past month, in the month of February, and oh my god, I finally got it. But anyway, I have to say I love this palette so much for many reasons. The first being the packaging. It's so rockstar, so Kat Von D. The fact that it has all the names of the shades in the back, so it's very easy for me to just pull it out and know which exact shade I'm using. And also because it has a huge mirror. So yeah, the mirror is dirty right now, so let's avoid that. The fact that these shades are super huge. I love these shades. They're super buttery, super creamy, and I just love these. They're not comparable in my opinion to the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit, just because they are a lot smaller. Online they looked really big, and it also doesn't have a mirror, but this does have a shimmering highlight, which I really like. So that's what inspired me to make a whole tutorial based on this palette and how I contour and tips and techniques that I have learned along the way. I'm not a professional or anything, like I said. This is just my take on what I do to my face. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and if you want to know how I contour and highlight my face with powder, then just keep on watching. First thing that I'm going to do is just grab my palette, obviously, and I am going to apply these two shades. I'm going to mix them both. I'm going to take my e.l.f. blush brush that I always use, and look at that pigmentation, guys. It's just one tap, bam, a lot of pigmentation right there. And this is something that I love about this palette so much. So I'm just gonna you can clearly see just how much it brightened up my eye. It actually makes you look more awake than a regular concealer or highlighting concealer would. The concealer that I use to highlight underneath the eyes is my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Custard. So that's just what I applied the under eye. You grab the second knuckle of your hair and you just measure it. That's where your contour should end. So for me, I just measure it up to the edge of my eye, and I don't go past that. So I'm just going to, for now, I'm going to just bronze up the skin. And I'm gonna take Shadow Play, which is the warmer shade, and you should always just bronze up the skin before you go with any contouring. I'm just gonna go in with my F40 Angle Contour Sigma brush, and I'm just going to really bronze up the skin. So this is pretty much how I like to just bronze up the skin and preparing it for contouring and all of that stuff. So to contour, you don't necessarily need this brush. This is my NARS Eater brush. I know it's ridiculously expensive and it was a total splurge, and I totally love this thing, but you don't necessarily need this one. You can totally use an angle contour brush, and you can just squeeze it so it's dense, and you can use that on to get the same look that this brush would. So if you have this, totally use it. It totally works. I'm going to take Subconscious, which is the cooler side, and I'm just gonna tap it down. You can do the fishy face, which I know it's totally weird, but it really does work, and it will really let you know where your contour shade should go. It took me some time to get used to it, but you will get it down. It takes a couple of tries, and I'm totally not a pro at this either, but for my face, for my liking, I know where my contour should go on. I just take my brush. I don't necessarily hold it like this. I hold it really back far down, and so that all the product is nicely distributed through my face and not just a stamp of color, if you know what I mean. Just gonna grab my hair because I feel like it's totally necessary, and I'm gonna do that. and that totally just gave a shade to my face. For the forehead, I'm going to contour it with the darkest shade, and I'm only gonna tap it a little bit because it's really dark, so I really want to be careful with it, and so should you. So I'm just gonna go in the hairline and bring it into actual hairline just so that it looks a little bit natural, even though this is totally not natural. And I'm just gonna take the same color and just apply it onto the chin. And if you have a double chin or anything that you don't like your chin for, you want to get rid of it, do this trick. It would really do you some good. Just don't do it actual on the outline, because that would just, I don't know, make it look weird and look like you have a beard or something. So just keep it under and do contour my nose. And I really love this brush because you can really get in there. And if you have smaller lips than I do, you can totally go underneath the lip and create sort of like a shade with this cooler tone. And I'm just gonna do it for the sake of it, but I don't necessarily do this step because I feel like my lips are decent. But it creates that shade, which just makes your lips look really a lot bigger. Now I'm going to take the same e.l.f. blush brush. I'm going to go with Levitation and Lyric, and I'm going to go down on the bridge of my nose to highlight the nose, and the chin to highlight the chin, and the forehead. So now a lot of you might be asking, how would you use this peach shade, which is Lucid? And I tap it like 2 times and I go underneath the contour just to sharpen it a lot more. That's just what I've been using it for. So that is basically it. Now I am going to apply my highlight. When you can't find your damn brushes. The highlight that I love the most is from Hourglass Ambient Lighting palette, and I just mix all 3. I don't necessarily have a choice. And I'm going to apply it right on the highest points of my cheeks. I'm going to show you guys how I apply my blush. I don't never go into really depth on how I really apply things. I just kind of show you. So I really like this brush. This is from Sonia Kashuk. I got this two Christmas ago from my mom, and I believe that her brushes were limited edition for like holidays and stuff. And I'm gonna use this NARS 4Play cheek palette. And I don't know if they have it. I think this is a limited edition. Sorry. So I'm gonna take Super Orgasm right here. I know the name, girl. I know. And I'm just gonna tap it off a little bit. And I'm going to smile. And that's where the blush should go. I just like to start from the back into the front, if that makes any sense. So I just do that, and that's basically it. I'm going to finish off my makeup and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I am back, and with a full face of makeup. I did my eye makeup and my lips, and that was pretty much all that I did. Anyway, so that was my take and a few tips and tricks that I do personally with contouring and highlighting. I am not by all means a professional. Let's just clear that up. And yeah, so that was it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos. And don't forget to like this video as well if it was helpful for you. And let me know if you guys want a tutorial on this eye makeup look that I created with my chocolate bar palette. And I will see you soon in my next video. Bye everyone! Mwah.